Welcome back to the final day of LEC's regular season ahead of SK versus G2. And this game is going to be a bit weird because with SK losing yesterday, their dreams of reaching playoffs are now over. We're bouncing over here. I love it.
It's the soundtrack. It's such a banger. I can't help it. Sorry, continue.
Yeah.
Look, it's no reckless with my heart,
fine.
but it's pretty good.
Okay,
It's all right.
okay.
Bias much, but okay, let's focus on the next game here. It's the last time we'll see SK in 2022, and I think we can say a lot about their progress throughout the entirety of summer, especially in the second round robin. I mean, at least they say goodbye with a bang.
Yeah, you know, with a bang, yeah, pulling out all the big guns down in the bot lane for Jezu, the Yasuo, the Draven. Other teams came into this final weekend. We're like, yeah, we'll go for some scaling options. This team came in with some flair, looked good on the Yasuo comp. Even the Draven for Jezu looked strong as well, just couldn't get across the playoffs finish line at the end.
That's the thing, right? You're just left with, had they just clicked like 1 week earlier, right? Had they figured out the meta coming into the split with that horrible start they had and, you know, picked up the victories from there, that could have been them chasing the playoffs now. And I agree with the sentiment that they are going out on the bang because, come on, the storyline they were almost riding in terms of making players with the Darius, with the Yasuo bot lanes. That's the exciting League of Legends you can really rally behind.
You have to appreciate the creativity around the roster.
Exactly.
And I'm really interested in seeing what they cook up for today. But back-to-back non-playoffs and disappointing results for the team, I want to say. What can we expect for this roster when you think of the next year?
I mean, it's hard to say with new org coming into the fray for LEC next year, but I think the bot lane for me has still stood out in a way. Like Jezu had some good moments. Treatz in particular continues to be so strong, especially on engaged support. So whenever there's a meta where a Khan is going to be in there, where the All-Stars, the Nautilus of the worlds are going to exist, Treatz will always have a spot, I feel.
And to me specifically, I think Sertuss got way more comfortable this split, right? Remember his Akali performance where he solo killed Caps. Next game, he locks in Silas, has a phenomenal performance too. So some of these champions that give him agency, I thought, you know, actually, you're looking like really solid caliber. So they got the building blocks, I'd say, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to seeing who we'll see next year in the LEC. But on the other side of the rift, we're going to have G2 Esports, who, as we say during Ready Check, qualified to World yesterday with the win against Misfits. And we have to think about Jankos' tweet here, as we see him, obviously, on the cam. He said that 3 weeks ago, they were still looking to lock in playoffs, and now they're the first team to qualify to Worlds. This is such a G2-esque thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, the giant XD right there, I think, sums up the feelings of Jankos on that one. And such a different story for this team, too, because if you look back to spring, how this team even had to make it through playoffs coming in 4th seed, I believe, then winning all of these series back to back to back to back, going on that unprecedented run. There was pressure on them every step of the way. Now, so much has been taken off.
That's the thing. They went on a 24 winning streak of a game going down for that lower bracket run. So what we already know about this is that, okay, we've seen in the past that this team can struggle. We've also seen that they've been able to fix this and develop a style that fits them. I think when we came into spring, this style was all about putting BrokenBlade on tanks, Jarvan for Jankos, play for bot lane, play for mid lane. That was the deal. Now coming into it, they look way more refined in the way they're still piloting a Gwen on the top side or locking in the Yone still at the same time. But now you also have the Sivir and Seri in the meta, even Draven that Flakked performs on. So I think as a team, they're becoming more diversified. And I'm looking forward to see that ramp up towards the playoffs because I think even in a game against SK today, still that like, you know, ramp up to fight for, keep the energy going, feel good about your performance. I think that still matters for these players.
So I see you guys are excited about G2 in playoffs, but when we think about their regular season performance here, great start, fell off a bit, having a hard time picking up the meta. We know that Dylan Falco often said that they did not in which direction they should go. But when you look at G2 in spring and G2 now in summer, do you think we can expect the same caliber of playoff performance from them?
I think you're looking at a really strong playoffs. Again, they have a break week to work with for them as well. And, well, maybe it won't be the same kind of blitz that they went through the lower bracket with. I think that this team is still always going to be a threat when it comes to the BO5s.
Yeah, and if there's one thing last spring taught me, it's really just that whoever really figures the meta out first gets to come ahead. Last spring, that was G2. If they can do that again, well, they're looking stellar. So I'm looking for their scouting and looking for the player expertise they have, and I'm generally looking for them to remain that terror they are in a best of 5.
Now, setting the stage for this game, as we said, this is going to be a bit weird because SK is just playing for fun in a way, but with Mad Lions winning earlier against BDS, G2 still needs to grab a win to chase this first place in the standings. So we may have SK being creative, as we saw here in the Super Week, but can they disturb G2 into getting that first place?
Well, that's the thing. You say playing for fun. I think the way SK have been playing this weekend, they've been playing for blood. Like, we are going to see very aggressive picks, I feel like. Again, like, if we see something like the Darius or whatnot, it's not them, you know, trolling, right? This is SK coming out with a very aggressive look this entire weekend long.
And to tie that in, I think that's synonymous with fun, right? At least from a viewer point of view. So it's like, I want to see them continue with the send it mentality, the early game aggression. Love it from SK.
Yeah. I don't know what to expect from this team, especially as you said, because they had such a good Super Week. Yesterday was heartbreaking for them, but do you think they have what it takes given their recent performance to take down G2?
It's hard to give them that credit with G2 absolutely destroying Misfits yesterday, but if we're going to see anything, maybe a spicy top lane matchup. We had the One from BrokenBlade last night, so eyes on top and AD for the spicy picks.
Could be a banger. Let's see what SK have cooked up here, but let's send it over to Caedrel and Medic to get us into the game.
That's us. That's us. We're here. Ready for a game that is definitely 100% gonna be serious.
No chrono breaks.
Why would you say that?
It says it right there. You see?
Oh, okay. Oh,
Pay
that
attention.
makes more sense. But also, that's his ult. Like, that's just like, I'm not gonna use my ult anymore.
Stop time. Wait,
say?
wasn't he in that show?
Which
yeah,
one?
Fizz was in the show. Yeah, he was in the fishing first
yeah,
scene.
he was part of the fishing
That's pretty
scene.
cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I like fish.
So do I. Any particular ones that are your favorites?
Colorful fish that swim around.
Colorful ones.
Yeah.
Okay. You ever been scuba diving?
No, I've never been scuba
I'd
diving.
highly recommend
I kind of
it.
have.
Incredibly peaceful experience.
I never,
kind of have.
Yeah, I never really learned how to use a snorkel, so...
Oh, but that's snorkeling.
Oh.
So scuba diving is where you have like the respirator.
Oh,
and the oxygen tank. Oh, it's not oxygen filling.
Jankos hit or miss pick Nidalee/Pantheon.
50%. We could do a 90-50.
If Spear hit rate over 60%, I will buy the new G2 jersey.
Oh, wow. Okay.
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 Carlos. Get him to pick Nidalee. Where's Carlos?
Message Jankos.
Just shouted him over the stage.
Time for Nidalee or Pantheon.
He can't hear us, unfortunately. Soundproof headsets and pink noise. No one really knows what pink noise sounds like. So when you put those pro player headsets on, first of all, your ears are soundproof. You can't hear anything. And
Your
second
ears are soundproof.
Well, the room is everything's soundproof. And also you hear this.
You have to keep doing that the entire cast.
So give the viewers at home pink noise during the cast.
We're going to have some
Speed drops. Medic.
Yes.
Tell me. What changes if SK or G2 win this game?
Nothing.
Nothing. So, we're going to set the stakes for the cast. If the game is wild, we will be wild. If the game is serious, we will be wild.
True.
So if G2's locked first, SK can't make playoffs.
So, importantly again, G2 are not locked in the regular season standings first. At the moment, Mad Lions are ahead of them. If they match Mad Lions, G2 would take it because they have more wins in the second half of the split. So if they win, they do get first in the regular season. However, because G2 won Spring and are now at least top 2 in Summer, they have first seed into playoffs. They also automatically go to Worlds because we're not used to having 4 seeds here.
So you're telling me if I go back in the year 2061 and I look at the year 2022 Summer Split LEC, it would show Mad Lions in first place if G2 loses this game?
Yes.
In the regular season.
In the regular season.
And I don't think G2 is going to be happy about that looking at these bans.
I mean, Jezu haven't always been a team that regularly wins the regular season.
So that's why.
Yeah. No, this is the time for them to prove.
This is the time.
Okay. Well, so far, pretty stock standard. Draven, Sivir, Trundle bans, Kalista,
that smile,
Poppy, and Vi bans.
Smile. What's he up to, Caps? What is he up to?
Dylan, we gotta go Vayne.
Don't first pick Ornn. Are we gonna first pick Ornn?
Jarvan. Okay.
Aggression. I like aggression. I like
Jarvan
scaling.
Support.
Yeah, maybe we could. Wasn't it the
Treatz was the
Kalista pentakill?
Kalista Jarvan.
Go on. Give us a Kled. Go on, give us a cheeky Kled.
Come on, the Cantankerous Cavalier.
This draft will tell us how serious G2 is being in this last game.
Dylan did say to us they're going to be serious if SK are serious. So expectations are that things will remain a little bit serious. He typed in 3 letters. Panth! Oh!
Okay.
The bet's on. The bet is on. Someone else has to count spears, because last time I did that, it got very annoying very quickly. So in chat, count how many spears we see Jankos hit or miss. At the end, tweet at Caedrel and with the number of spears. Okay?
Okay.
I don't want my inbox spam. That's why I said
that's
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Aphelios picked up for Flakked. Maybe it's Caps' Aphelios. Maybe Caps wants to play AD carry and Flakked goes mid. We can only hope. Caps did do his AD carry debut in spring 2020.
Yeah, 2020?
Yeah.
2019.
2020. I played against it.
Okay.
Yeah. Renekton picked for Gen X. Pretty standard stuff. Maybe they pick a mid laner here. Sertuss, LeBlanc, Ahri, Silas.
It wasn't 2020. It was 2019. Perks went over to... Oh, did he go over in 2021?
He went over in 2021.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's all a blur because of COVID,
Yeah,
isn't it?
COVID, man. Anyway, Renekton and LeBlanc locked in here for SK. And G2.
See, now the standard thing here would be Lissandra would be great.
Yeah.
You know, Pantheon Lissandra against LeBlanc.
Oh, that's
Renekton.
so much CC. That's
But
disgusting, actually.
I'm looking across. Caps is not smiling yet. The Shaka. Oh, Caps.
Dylan's
shaking his head. No, Dylan, let him do it.
You can't press his keyboard,
he wants
Dylan.
to go Vayne. He wants to go Vayne.
No!
But the mid laner not picked yet.
True.
Mid laner not picked yet. Dylan's shaking his head. Jankos is laughing. Caps is still laughing.
Flakked and Targamas.
The dream is still alive.
As well.
The dream is still alive. So Gwen for BrokenBlade into the Renekton. And now the bans come out. Support or AD bans against SK would make a lot of sense, of course. And I presume SK is probably going to ban top laners to make the Renekton's life a little bit easy, or could take away some kind of counter pick supports depending on what their plan is.
As the Nautilus banned away by G2.
Oh, that makes me think they're going Renata on 4, which is normal. And we'll wait for Caps' pick, because we know Caps is full of surprises. I just need to look at Targamas with a smile, you know, and I need to hear, Dylan, we have to go something. And then, boom, YouTube. Caps does it again.
Are you talking about your own YouTube when you VoD review the game on Monday morning?
No. This was picked in pro play?
Can you believe it?
Can you believe it? Capital letters, exclamation
I think
mark.
you should do a ton of those videos, just really short ones, and it's just a normal pick. And all you do is like, Ornn was picked in pro play!
Oh my
I can believe it!
Zeri taken away. No Zeri pentakills in this game. Teemo time. Is that XL up there in the VIP booth? Yeah, it is.
I mean, it makes sense. They're sitting around and watching.
Yeah.
New Tuck looks very chill.
Chilling up in the VIP booth, waiting to see where their fate lies. Now they could pick mid into LeBlanc here, would make the most sense. And then just leave support for last. Oh, Lissandra is the obvious one. No, Caps. He's gone for a standard pick. Or is it Lissandra support?
No, man, you can't keep doing this. At some point, we have to accept that G2 have decided today is not a happy
See,
day.
Jezu's feeling that Dylan we have to go Vayne.
I mean, Jezu used to play a bunch of Vayne when he was in the LFL, I think it was. He was actually known for his Vayne picks, so currently hovering it, but with the smiles all around. Samira!
Oh, we're gonna get a Leona as well. Samira,
Rell. Okay,
ooh, spicy. So
okay.
SK, very aggressive, very, very aggressive. Treatz is happy. He wants to dive bot level 3. What's gonna be the last pick for G2?
Panth flex to support.
No, you told me to stop
Jungle
it. You told me to
Heimerding.
stop it.
Teemo, Targa. Teemo works well into Samira if you can not get blocked by her entire thing. Panth flex. Panth flex. Panth flex. Oh, no!
Oh, okay.
I mean,
maybe they roll swap. Maybe they roll swap.
Nah, all credit to them. Obviously,
Yep,
trying to
try
round out the week, round out the split with a win here. Both teams, not too much to play for, but still being able to show off on the LEC stage is always a win, especially for SK going into the off season.
Yeah, and I guess it does matter for SK a little bit in the sense that, like, if they lose, they could finish 9th. If they win, they could finish 7th. You know, I don't exactly know where and when and what has to happen for them to finish in certain areas, but a win is always good. I think SK are sitting at 7 wins, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, they are. If they lose this, they would tie with Astralis. I'd have to look at their head-to-head record, which I can do. Just give me 1 second. They are 1-1 with Astralis, then we have to look at the wins in the second half of the season. And they would be ahead of Astralis because they are 1 win behind. So if they do lose this, they would still finish 7th. If they win this, they can't finish 6th.
So they'd still finish 7th?
Well, 8th, sorry, 8th. They're going to finish 8th.
Oh, they're
no
gonna
matter what, they're going to finish 8th.
So 10, 9, and 8 is basically locked.
Yeah, BDS are 10, Astralis are 9, SK are going to be 8, and then we'll find out who gets 7th and 6th.
I love the signs. I love signs. They're so fun to see. So many different creative
I think the LCK signs, with the amount of art they have on them, is really impressive to me. Like, some of those guys are very skilled drawers, artists.
Draw those things, yeah. It's crazy. Well, we're about ready to get into game 4. SK versus G2, game 3. It's like bench. Level 1. Level 1.
SK really needs another syllable there somewhere, doesn't it? T. Oh wait, wrong team.
Level 1.
Level 1. Level 1. Level 1.
Dude, they're not giving us anything today. That Rell skin is so cool.
It reminds me of the arcade, the unicorn pony that used to, like, Rainbow Unicorn Attacks or whatever it was. The mini game.
Yeah,
jump,
with the jumping.
Yeah.
Oh, what a throwback.
I can't remember what that game was called.
That was funny.
Game.
That was Rainbow Unicorn Attack something. Yeah, I remember. What a banger.
Oh, I pressed the wrong
Everyone has 500 gold.
Yeah, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, man, like, buttons are hard, Caedrel.
So runes are pretty standard. Caps actually has the Aftershock. Not going to go for Spellbook. Sertuss is going to ward the red. And yeah.
Okay.
That happened.
All right, because this game doesn't have too much meaning, Caedrel, I wanna ask you a question.
Is it going to be a condescending question?
No.
Okay.
Do you want to do some play-by-play at some point in this game? Because last time you did play-by-play was because Jankos disconnected.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most fun experiences I've ever had listening to a League of Legends cast.
It was that bad?
No, but no, it was fun. It was good, man. People loved it. You had it was Mad Lions versus, can't remember who it was, but it was like the 4-man dive in the tri-bush. It was great.
So what I've noticed is play-by-plays have two really cool things about them. One, they can have a really like high energy voice, it's so intense.
Sure.
And two, they can be very creative as they say the words that happen in the fight, right?
Robot Unicorn Attack on Newgrounds, apparently. Thank you, Trevor.
Knew, Quickshot
Of course
knew.
he did.
He's given us a sign of the name of the game.
The man was around before the internet. Of course, he was the first game that came out on it.
Where was I? Oh yeah, so the play-by-plays have really intense voices and they have really cool lines, they say them. What I realize is I don't know any good lines.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know what I'm
learning.
saying, so I'll just put as much scream into the voice
I mean,
as I can.
that's fine by me. Also, like, a lot of those lines are prepped. I think people forget and don't think about the fact you can prep some of the lines. Now, good people can improv as well, but like the "Faker is forever" line, you gave me that I used at MSI Finals.
I wasn't there, so...
Jankos ignited. BrokenBlade looking for the snip. Doesn't have flash, of course, so can't get underneath the tower. Jankos able to get away.
How's your color casting, Medic?
Moderate to bad.
I think moderate to good. You're master tier.
Not anymore, man. I'm like D4 at the moment. I kind of entered a lot of games.
Happens.
Yeah, it does.
Team diff.
Yeah, 100%.
Jungle roll.
Loses Q, man. Yeah, support roll. It's not overpowered at all. Anyway, BrokenBlade getting the early trade up towards the top. Like, kind of to be expected.
Ooh,
It does have the
Jankos.
ignite as well. Jankos looking for something here. Is
W.
going into Gilius.
Boom. Big damage. Takes the red away as well. Gilius is going to EQ out of there. Has to use the flash too. Jankos could look for a bot dive now.
And he definitely could. The issue, of course, with diving a Rell is she gets the shield, she has the knock-up, you've got the attract repel as well with the stun, so if you ever try and get close, it can be a little bit difficult, and Pantheon, although he used to be able to tank tower shots, does struggle to do that these days.
Very nice. Very good breakdown there, Medic.
Thank you, man.
Like it a lot. Krug's going to go over to Jankos. Going to look towards this bot crab. Waiting for the level 3 on bots for Jezu and Treatz. Maybe they can find some kind of all-in.
I mean, the thing as well is here, because you know Jankos' bot side, you know Gilius is reset. Gilius is going to go up towards the top side crab. It's a smart play to make, but BrokenBlade needs to be aware that Gilius is going to go up towards the top side, right? So he should actually be walking down, placing a ward, making sure the wave isn't in the worst situation. His ward's about to come off cooldown. Gilius could have skipped crab and gone immediately towards the top side. Here, he's given BrokenBlade a little bit more time.
Very correct there.
Very
He's hovering
correct.
top side. No ghost on BrokenBlade. Jankos has ghost as well. Didn't even see that. Maybe he thought he was up against a ghost Gwen and he'd have to chase her down. So we got a speedy Renekton on the rift.
This is actually really bad for BrokenBlade.
Is it going to come out?
Oh, he's going the way around.
No one knows. He doesn't know.
Shh, he's your audience. Shh. He
Oh
knows that!
What did I just... And this will be the day you almost got... Bro, wait, what? Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Now Jankos is going to go for round 2. Pops a wall on Gilius' Gromp. He's going to EQ away. Has Gilius hit an EQ this game? He's been EQing away and missing BrokenBlade. We will C. That was rather funny, but I mean, even if he hit the EQ, I think Gwen would dodge it with the E anyway, so it just looked like a funny interaction. Now Jankos can look for the flash W on the dive, Caps can look to follow up with the W as well. There's Flow, oh god. Good reactions.
Yeah, I mean, good reactions. Sertuss didn't need to flash because the Ring of Frost was just short, but you can't really tell that, right? Like, you assume if Caps is flash Ring of Frosting you, the Caps is going to be in range.
Yeah. But that's the power of Caps, because then he can do things that you expect won't happen, but you have to react to anyway because it's Caps. Jankos going to take away Raptors. He's been a bit of a nuisance for Gilius this game so far. Took away his Reds, tried to threaten his Gromp, now taking away some of the small Raptors. Caps keeping Sertuss on the tower. He can look for a pretty cheeky combo here. It's the QWE away as you do it. It's almost like a fadeaway. He can tank one power shot.
Gets the plate as well, has the mana advantage, meaning that Sertuss is going to have to back here, get himself the Forbidden Chapter, and then Forbidden Idol? Lost Chapter, that's the one.
You went through a couple different items there.
Look, they all have very similar names, man. Like, there's too many things in this game that are like, that should be called the other thing. So Rex IE, what's Rex IE called?
Unburrow. Burrow.
Is that's the E? I thought it was W. What's W?
No, that's W, yeah.
Yeah.
The E is the tunnel.
The E is the tunnel. What's the Q called, sorry?
I don't know, spinning slash?
It's like Furious Bite or something, right?
Isn't that the E?
Is that the E?
I don't know.
I thought that was the tunnel.
Oh, Genax gonna go for an aggressive. He stunned the cannon though, but he wants to level up. 5-pet Genax is gonna get the trade. BrokenBlade has the ignite, turns it back onto him. No flash on Genax. The R3 comes in. Down goes the Croc. Solo kill for BrokenBlade.
Yeah, and that's the problem with stunning a cannon minion. I feel like that's all the color casting I can do in that situation. It's like the guy stunned the wrong target. Yes, he did get 6, but he could have called the Meek to get the 6. And then
the Meek.
BrokenBlade obviously hitting 6 has the ignite advantage and can just force the Renekton out of the lane. I am going to look up Rek'Sai's.
I know Dom's out there somewhere has a Rek'Sai one-trick molding that I just said the E is the Unburrow. Yeah. My bad.
What's the Fury? Maybe he doesn't have Fury. No, Furious Bite is the E.
I knew it.
I knew it.
No, you said it was the Q.
No,
what is the Q?
I said it was the E originally. The Q is Queen's Wrath, or Wrath, I guess, depending on how you're pronouncing it. But yeah, I think that's a chomp. You know,
you just
it's the same.
It...
It's a Trundle Q.
I know exactly what you'd be like on the design
it's like just chomp, chomp, chomp.
Medic makes
New Q, consume apparently, but it could just be chomp.
And you would also make the subtext very short as well. He chomps.
Yeah.
Deals this damage. That's
well,
it.
At least I put the damage numbers in.
True.
Sertuss is going to get given the blue buff as G2 have a slight lead here. We see BrokenBlade winning out the 1v1 off towards the top side. That's really where most of that lead is coming from. Obviously, Caps as well, controlling his lane pretty well. Lissandra, known as a counter into the LeBlanc. Actually, usually you need a few levels under your belt as the Lissandra. I think it's about level 5, level 6 that you start to have a bit more counter threat.
Though?
Where do you want the levels to be? In your backpack? On the floor?
In your hand?
Do you want to just be like birthdays and there's this sort of intangible experience that you've gained?
Oh yeah, because every time you have a birthday, you level up.
True.
True.
Every year, 365 days pass.
Okay.
Wise things, man.
You're
wise things with Medic.
You're a very, very wise man. You know what? You know, if you ever played like MMOs when you level up, there's like an aura around you. That's what should happen in real life as well. It's your birthday at a certain time, the exact same time you were born. Boom.
And the older you get, the more dark the aura is. It's like, please stay away from me. Don't remind me it's my birthday.
Don't remind me. Trevor's birthday. Happy birthday to Trevor.
Yeah, happy birthday, Trevor. I also saw it's Chip's birthday today from the LFL.
Chips as well.
Birthday Chips. Fuel's birthday, man.
Fuel's birthday, man, indeed.
Yeah, when we're cheering us saying happy birthday, we know the game's been pretty slow. I appreciate you guys in the audience being happy about it, but yeah, 1 kill in 8 minutes. Not really what I expected from the Pantheon jungle.
Jankos is level 6 now. Has access to the Starfall.
It's the Starfall. I think it's Grand Skyfall now, actually.
Okay.
Unless they... maybe that was the old name. And there's so many champions in the game, I just don't know the names of anymore.
I will admit, as much as I said I've been studying the champion names, I haven't been studying the champion ability names.
Grand Starfall now. Maybe it used to be Skyfall.
So, Flakked a bit zoned away from the tower here. Caps and Targamas on the way to bail him out. Only a plate over to SK. Pretty slow game. Will be a very explosive game, though, when a team fight kicks off. That's the hope. Because then you get to play by play. Woo! You know, when we're cheering for Heralds, we're out here, we're desperate. BrokenBlade proxy farming here. Genax still even on farm, but knows he can't win the 1v1. Has those Mercury treads. Of course, Gwen, since the changes, just so powerful with pure AP. Yeah. BrokenBlade already has that blasting wand and the Amptome. Should we start cheering for every ward that goes down? No, we shouldn't, man. Don't bring it back. Yeah? Okay, you can cheer for every ward if you cheer something different for every ward kill. What is that supposed to mean? If they just go woo, then next time they have to say something different. Like die ward. What happens when you run out of vowels? That's their fault.
Applying limitations to things is what makes them interesting.
And that's where the creativity comes out as
Yeah.
well. Gilius is going to go onto the G2 bot lane here.
Go on.
Me. Ult comes across, Flakked is locked in the chamber. He's going to flash away. Targamas is there to peel the shield up, but he doesn't decide to use it. Yes, he doesn't have flash. He must have used it earlier. There's the Samira. She's spinning with that S rank, baby. Targamas flashes away, doesn't even use the exhaust. Kill to SK.
I like that doesn't even use the exhaust. This is like shade to him. It's like,
No,
your
he saves
AD
it.
carry just died, Targamas. What are you doing with your exhaust, mate? Woo! Okay, that's one. That's
So
that's
no
like
more,
a
no more
wooey
O's.
yay. Yeah.
No more O's.
No more O's.
It's like Hangman, but reverse. Oh, that ward from Treatz.
Oh, if the game's really slow, you can draw on the screen, right? What are we cheering? Huh?
Another one. Oh no, is that a ward? Oh my
no.
god.
Why did you start?
You know what I think they should
Like-
do? When the wards die, they should stay on the map and just fall over. So there's like just
But
like
there
hundreds
is, there's
of
a
wards.
little bit of rubble.
Yeah, I know, but only for a certain amount of time. So you can
mean,
see what's warded there
Yeah,
before.
but
like,
how much clutter do you want on our map,
a lot,
man?
a lot. I also think walls should fall down on certain spells.
Okay, I can give you that. I mean, they do. Ornn E will break a wall, break terrain that's been crafted.
But what about, why can Ornn E break Talia wall but not a normal wall?
Because Talia wall, I don't know, man. Like, the
See, there's
Talia
many
wall
questions in the
is
universe.
made of like a weird,
Sandstone?
yeah, sandstone.
Limestone?
And Ornn E is made of ice, and ice seeps into the sandstone and then cracks it from within.
But that's if he's using the blue skin. What
I
if
know,
he's
but
using
Ornn's Freyordian, right? So the whole, like, you have to go with the base.
But he's a god.
Yeah, Freyordian god.
A god can't break a wall. Oh, a pink. But gods can't break
No,
walls.
Ornn moves in mysterious ways, Caedrel, okay? Who are we to judge the mind of Ornn?
Or the legend. Jenax hits the stun. BrokenBlade runs away. Caps gets another plate with that demolish.
Yeah, the Cav's just in a really good position. Known counter, obviously, the Lissandra into the LeBlanc. Even though he's a level down, he's still 600 gold ahead.
Another one!
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
It's solo cast. These wards are dying everywhere.
What is
Another
this?
one! Right, there's so many wards in the game. You see when you pay attention to these things. Oh, Gilius popped the sweeper.
He's got it as well.
Is he gonna sweep? Is he gonna sweep the ward?
Will he sweep the ward, or will he let down the fans?
Gilius, oh Gilius. If you hear us, press sweeper.
Well, that's the pink noise
That's the
coming
pink
in.
noise.
Yeah,
It's
it's the pink
soundproof
noise. Can't
headsets.
hear us. Yep, 100%.
Treatz is gonna look for caps. Chain
Track repel,
connects.
looking for the stun, can't quite land it. Chain does go in though. Treatz can jump forward with the crash down
The
if he wants.
sweeper, but he missed another one.
Another one. Jenax trying to survive here. Rifto going down, does clear the wave, culls it.
Oh. Big crash. Plates over to G2. Another ward. This is an exciting game now. I'm really riled up. Medic seems very
Can we play
disappointed.
Hangman on the telestrator or
We
something?
could if you want. Do you want to play Noughts and Crosses?
Yeah, let's do it. Go on.
No.
Start up, start up. Come on, Caedrel. You promised me noughts and crosses. Come on. Come on.
Okay, where do you want to go?
Okay, I'll go middle.
Okay. I'll go here.
Alright, I'll go top left.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll go here.
Okay, I'll go between your two.
Okay. I'll
Alright.
go here.
Alright, and I'll go out here.
Okay.
I win!
Does Jenax win against BrokenBlade though? The ghost is popped.
BrokenBlade able to get away from it. Neither one coming in. Jankos with the
Jankos.
flash stun. Jenax nowhere to go. Jankos on the board, second kill of the game for G2. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, those chains are going to hit. Sertuss can continue to chase forward. Frozen Tomb still available for caps, means that Sertuss won't want to go any further. And this will be top tower forfeit. First tower of the game. G2 will claim it.
Will they get some response in bot here? SK is hitting that bot tier 1. Gilius is hovering around. Plates have fallen off. Targamas is here to defend. Gonna push them back. And the game will settle down again.
Oh, it was
Going back to Hangman.
breakneck.
They're going back to Noughts and Crosses.
Okay.
You didn't win. Oh, they're going in. Flakked, no flash.
Go on then.
Samira's gonna spin. Cancels the Braum ult as well. Gonna get the first kill. Jankos with the Starfall comes in. There's the S rank, the Braum shield. blocking a lot of that damage. Shield bow procs for Jezu.
I mean, yeah, Jankos' shield and Targamas' shield, yeah, man, there was no damage.
Two shields!
It's 2 shields, man. It's too strong. The Aegis Assault, of course, from Pantheon.
Oh, you know
all
he's got Wikipedia up. He's reading the spell names. I'm selling you out.
Why'd you have to get me out like that, man? You want to play the spell name game, we can play the spell name game, but I don't think you come out on top of that one. I have watched you lose to VoD.
I played the spell name game against Jankos. He was unbelievable.
Yeah, Jankos is proper top tier.
Is production, like observers?
Observers are 100% highlighting all the ward kills, though.
So Cap's going to push in mid, Genex on the way down.
And after the breakneck action of 1 kill and a tower falling, we return to normalcy. Normality? Normality.
Normality.
Oh. Oh. That's another ward.
Herald's up.
Oh,
Are we going to get a 5v5?
Sertuss
looks for
BrokenBlade. Gwen is immune. Gwen is still immune. And Sertuss dodges back. X-Flash across the wall there from Treatz to try and gain some vision control.
They're going to
like
this?
Yeah, I mean, Flakked's all the way down towards the bottom side, right?
Yeah.
Grand Starfall not available for Jankos either. Must have used that just to get down towards I did use it down to get towards that bottom side.
If you're just tuning in online and you're wondering why there's Norton Cross on the screen and there's cheers for wards, just to remind you one final time, G2 is basically locked for first place in playoffs.
They are locked for first place in playoffs.
They are locked for first place in playoffs. Yes, they could finish second in the regular season, but they will be first because of Spring. And SK is locked in 8th place. Win or lose, they're in 8th. They have the head-to-head against Astralis in the second half of the season, and if they win, they can't get up to 9 wins. So the game itself has no stakes. There's no real difference if either side wins. They're just playing
for pride.
For pride, basically.
And the crowd continues to troll us.
You're the only one being trolled here.
I enjoy the enthusiasm. I just think it could be directed better, you know? Give me some chants. In English football, there's a lot of cool chants, you know? They do chants to songs. There's like, Perks is on fire, your defense is terrified, things like this, right? I feel like the crowd could be more inventive.
Okay.
I think they're a very intelligent crowd here in Berlin. They're a very smart bunch of people. We only invite the top echelon of players and of gamers here. And these true gamers in the audience could think of more than, whoa.
Okay.
Now if they don't, perhaps we don't invite them back.
I wonder what another version of Way is. Because I think it's a classic.
Yeah.
Any ideas?
No.
No, me neither. So that might be why.
That's why we don't get invited. It's just our job.
I like the hay. Oh my god.
Oh wait, there's a new one.
There's a new one. We have a new version of a cheer in the crowd.
I was hearing a cheer in the background there. Or
oh
2,
my
4,
god.
6,
Never
8.
really
Who do we appreciate? Supports,
wards.
killing wards. Yeah, wards is good. Yeah.
Who
Things like
appreciates
this, you know?
supports?
I appreciate supports.
It's always supportive. Oh, not another. Another one.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Supports.
Junglers.
Junglers. It's usually jungler's fault.
It's always the support's fault.
SK though trying to get some vision as they push forward into the mid lane.
We're
they really want to take
chaos.
This mid lane tier 1.
But the game isn't. The game needs to devolve into chaos. We need
chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah.
We need fights. We need action. Jankos wants some action.
Gilius
wants some action.
Treatz knocked back Aegis Assault as well. Treatz looking the Magnet Storm. Jezu building up the S rank. Cosplaying as Reaper for a second, but can't make them die. As BrokenBlade now in the Hallowed Mist. Caps on the flank position. Schedule path forward. Gilius flashes away. Double root doing it. Caps throws and tombs himself though. Jezu still trying to build up that rank as quickly as he can, and Caps is now out of position as Jezu will slice him and dice him to death. S rank built up. Sertuss takes another. And G2 looked like they had a flank but couldn't find the fight.
Did Caps misclick? Did he want to ult Gilius there? And he has Merc Treads and Tenacity, so he would have got out of the sun quite quickly. So I'm not surprised he ulted himself, but could have picked up the kill. 2 kills to SK. Great fight by them. TP's going to come in mid to defend this tower from Sertuss. Winning fight. TP top to defend the tower as well. Tower defense. Balloons.
That game always amazes me. It's like, why have a bunch of monkeys decided to shoot some balloons?
Why not?
True.
That's the question you have to ask yourself sometimes. Why not? Great engage by Treatz. Why not go in? They managed to get onto Jankos, I believe. Pops the stopwatch. And then it's Caps on the flank here, who pops the E and then flashes at Gilius here. He could decide to ult Gilius and then land W afterwards to get a kill, but I don't know if he has stopwatch. If he doesn't, then I can see why he wants himself, but he doesn't have any follow-up. Jankos then dies to Sertuss in the top right. Shut down onto Jezu, who's sitting on 2 items on his Samira.
Jezu actually in a really strong position now. You know, Lord Dom's an immortal shield bow, makes him pretty darn powerful. And even though G2 have the advantage, a lot of that sitting on the top side of the map. You can see Jankos 1,000 gold ahead, BrokenBlade the same, as Jezu has about 1,000 gold lead over his lane opponent. Importantly, G2 have picked up the first 2 dragons of the game, and with a Hextech Soul on the cards, they can look towards it.
Can indeed.
If you were to add a dragon to the game, oh, Targamas spotted her. If you were to add a dragon to the game, what dragon would you add?
Do you have to train the dragon first?
No.
Because you know what's surprising? Why doesn't the dragon just fly away?
Ornn. Somehow he keeps him captured.
Really?
Yeah.
You just made that up, didn't you? Okay.
I
can see through your eyes.
That's because he's a god, you know.
No, but why don't they, you know? This dragon, why would it be on Summer
Well,
Drift?
maybe it's a smog situation. There's like a pile of gold there, and they're trying to defend their pile of gold. Right? That's their territory. And actually, it's the legends of the league, the champions, encroaching on their territory. That's bad. So we shouldn't kill dragons, is what we've learned from this.
So Summoner's Rift is owned by dragons?
No, just that area. In the same way that Baron has his territory at the top corner.
So this is like an invasion by champions into his territory.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about this. Like, minions are the workers of Summoner's Rift. They do all the effort, they collect the gold, and then...
They're on minimum wage.
they're on minimum wage. Good one. And then champions are like the managers. And they come in and they say, hey, you've done all this work, let me take the gold from you.
Okay, so there's a hierarchy in the Summoner's Rift.
Well, yeah, but in a bad way. You know, these minions deserve more.
Wow,
they go back to their families and they're like, I'm sorry, mate, but all my gold was stolen again. I can't feed the kids today.
Wow, this is deep and depressing. Who'd have thought? And the Scuttle Crab, what is his story? He just gets bullied.
That's true.
He just comes out every now and then and gets
Crab
bullied.
with a good butter garlic sauce is delicious, so I don't blame them for that one. Dragon started up here by G2, looking for the third of the game. Caps is forced away, but does have the TP to get back into the fight if he needs to. Caps, though, Sertuss finds him. Caps, no time to get out, no time to TP. The chain's going to connect as well, and Sertuss in the darkness found a Caps lurking and chunks him out. Now SK can turn their eyes back towards the Dragon. G2 can try and fight. Caps, though, is going to be delayed 8 seconds before he's back in base, and then another couple before he can TP in. Treatz looking for the Magnus Stormlands onto 2, the knock-up follows up. Targeting the stopwatch, BrokenBlade is already down. The Aphelios damage is there, but Caps is too late. 3v3 is going to be the end of this trade. Jezu built up the X-Rank, but couldn't spin, flash away. And now Caps turns it back around. G2 able to survive with 3 means they can start up this Dragon once again. Sertuss continues to chip away.
2 for 2. It looks like Jezu's going to lifesteal on the mid wave. He doesn't have summoners. I don't know if the shield bow is on cooldown as well, but this Dragon is quite tanky. Jenax has the Fury, waiting for cooldown rotations here. Caps still has ultimate though.
Jenax slicing forward, lands the stun onto Caps, the first tomb, the double! Caps uses the tomb and it spells the doom of Sertuss and perhaps of SK. Jezu trying to open up, Caps going forward, marches away. Jezu spinning in, but he still cannot kill Caps. A triple for Jankos.
Those spears didn't miss. Stack him up, he gets a collateral with the first and he gets the third knockdown. Jankos on the Pantheon, 5 1-on-1. Has the Guardian Angel. He could ult to Baron if he wants, or he could just take the Hex Portals, I suppose. Either way, I think the ult looks cooler. Gilius and Treatz are around. Contest will come through. I don't think they can seal this, though. Targamas just needs to mark Gilius and push him back. TPs on Jenax and Sertuss in 5 seconds.
Baron down to 5,000 HP. Jankos now in the pit. Gilius getting forced away. Targamas and FLICKR chasing now. TP coming in. They might look to burn the Baron down before SK can get the numbers back in the fight. 1,000 on it. Treatz going in with the Magnus Storm once again, but Jankos already secured it. Sertuss diving in, but they just can't get the damage. Another knockup coming in, but it's one by one into the death chamber for SK. FLICKR chained up, and there is the cool man. Jankos dives in with the Grand Skyfall.
The cool man! Look at him go!
He's so cool!
Another one!
I want to be Jankos when I grow up! Mom! Caps going forward!
Another one for G2, the snipe won't land. The cool man gets a kill, he gets the Baron, they get away. Another 4 kills for G2. 11 kills on the scoreboard, 24 minutes on the game. Dragon Soul in 3 minutes, 40 seconds. They're going to get this top tier 2. Great setup by G2.
Yeah, it really was. Win the fight down towards the bottom side. Very close fight, of course, 3v3, but Caps still having that frozen tomb, being able to get back, get his mana. Oh, BrokenBlade looking to get out of this one. Caps stops his recall as well. They do have the Baron buff. Caps use the Glacial Path forward there, which means that SK can still chase. No flash on Caps. The Magnus Storm coming forward as Jenax looks for BrokenBlade. The Attract Repel will get the sun. BrokenBlade dashes across the wall, but Jenax can do the same. Caps able to escape with a second Glacial Path. Targamas is going to meet him. BrokenBlade wins out. 1v2, Targamas here. Gwen helping hand. There's two. Sertuss misses the change. Gilius on the long way around. The flank there. The channel coming out. BrokenBlade still surviving with the needles, but it's not quite enough healing to keep him alive. And that's about that for that fight.
Or is it? Jankos is on the way. The cool man returns. Season 2 begins. Is he going to land the stun? Jezu no cleanse. Chain's going to connect. Jankos sidesteps away. Blue Smite can get him some gap close. Gilius is his next target. Does he have the EQ? Yes, he does. Stun connects. The cool man takes the kill. 7-1. Familiar scoreline. I've seen that before. Jankos is going to base.
No emotion in his eyes. Ice in his veins. The cool man once again. Finds a kill, 7-1 and 3
We're building up a new superhero film here, I'm sure of it.
Well, he used to be the First Blood King, right?
Yeah.
And he kind of lost that title after he kept dying to First Blood instead of getting it, and now the cool man.
Yeah. Couldn't think of, and then the slogan is, couldn't think of anything else.
Yeah, but I mean, Ant-Man is a superhero, right? If Ant-Man can be one, I think the cool man can be one. Frozone, obviously in The Incredibles.
Spider-Man.
Where's my super? Yeah, it's just boring names. Batman.
Wow, maybe Jankos can be part of the Avengers one day.
Do you think that's how Udyr was born? He just wanted to be as many superheroes as possible, so he's Ram Man, Boar Man, Phoenix Man.
Yeah, he couldn't choose. He was like, I will take one from every god. Yep. That's a kind of Giga Chad move, isn't it?
A buffet of superpowers. Jankos going forward, Sertuss able to dodge away, but G2 now pushing in the bottom lane. Have these Baron up minions. There's a cannon amongst them, so they have that little bit of range as well if they need it. Cap's getting chunked out a little bit by Sertuss, but the damage to the tower is already pretty monumental. And that monument may be felled in a sec, but the Magnet Storm does find all of G2, and Cap's dead. Jezu goes in, die. He gets 2. G2 though can turn it around with Jezu dead. BrokenBlade and Jankos can really open up. The cool man looking for more, but he can't quite find it. G2 Baron has expired. Jankos short to follow that, but does still have the GA to come back. BrokenBlade tanks up a couple of tower shots and should be able to dash away, and they will escape to live another day. No TPs for SK means this chase is going to stop pretty darn soon.
1 minute on the Dragon though. They want to delay the backs as long as possible. No Baron buff. It's expired, so their base is going to take quite a while. If Gilius takes his Hex Gate, he could chase down BrokenBlade, who might have to TP out and just let Targamas die. We'll see what happens. Looks like they're safe for now, but they spot Jankos.
Only Jankos. Stop the ports.
Oh, and he uses his exit ability. Cool man
doesn't look at explosions.
Refuses to elaborate. And will be in time to slay another dragon. Really good engage by Treatz. Good follow-up by Jezu. He had to single out Flakked on the Aphelios, which meant that he didn't get as much AoE as he might want, but he needs to get the carry down, and by the time he does, Jankos responds, and then BrokenBlade just does so much damn damage with the Gwen that SK, despite the numbers advantage, have to back away.
It's the power of the Gwen. You don't even need to get those auto attacks in between needleworks anymore. You can just spam it on CD. Makes it very difficult to deal with. TP coming into the mid lane here by SK. They're going to join up.
Yep, 3 seconds. Flakked, no subs. Jarvan ult is up if Gilius wants to jump on top of him. Treatz ult is up in 3, has the Hex Flash. Jezu has Flash. They're going to have to dive and jump and throw everything at Flakked if they want to have a chance here at SK.
Cap's going the long way around. Will be spotted on the ward if he does come through here. Hex Deck Gate. Oh, Sertuss! Oh, Sertuss! I don't know if that's where you want it to be. BrokenBlade chipped away. Cap's going to follow him. Sertuss dives across the wall, and the Hex Deck Gates are getting their money worth this time. Thankfully, it's not a toll gate. It's Genax pops the ultimate. They're looking to get this dragon. Hex Deck stolen away. Gilius gets the Drake, but G2 are winning the fight already. Flakked opens up onto Genax. He's going to fall alongside that Treatz, and Gilius have gone down. Sertuss diving across the wall, trying to survive, trying not to die. But you have to feel chase is on. Why shouldn't Caps flash there, man?
It would have been out of range. It would have been a bit awkward. Can they chase him down? Jankos is going to flash.
Gets one.
Cool man!
Cool man!
Cool man! Double kill!
Yeah, if Benny was here with us for like a theme song for him, you know?
Yeah, you'd ride one.
Cool man, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when Jankos comes for you?
Man.
Spears.
Man.
Shields.
Man.
Aegis Assault.
Man.
Grand Skyfall from the ceiling.
Man.
He does it all. Man. Jankos, he's a cool man.
Man. Nice, I liked it. That was a good song. Can we give a round of applause for Medic? Wait! There's the theme song for Jankos. He's gonna listen to that every time he goes on stage. Are they gonna get this top inhibitor? Looks like they want to siege it down, but SK is respawning. Flakked's going to get the bot inhibitor. BrokenBlade's hitting on the mid. All 3 inhibs slowly falling away. SK, last stand.
Not really much. SK can do here. Triple inhibs down. 30 minutes on the clock. G2. 12,000 gold in the lead. Baron spawning. They can go back towards it, take it now. If they want, they can also reset first and then take it on the reaper. We're not cheering for wards anymore.
Yes, we
There's
are.
been a killer minute. We don't need to cheer for wards anymore.
Has anyone got any? Did anyone count how many wards have died?
More than SK have got kills.
Do we have a track on how many wards have fallen? How many poor ward
That's
souls?
not a ward.
That's a tower.
That was a turret.
That was a turret. Hello, Quickshot.
Oh, okay, here we are.
What is this?
He's pointing out to me. I can bring up the vision score.
Aha, so now I have to...
Oh, Targamas leading the ward killing chart.
Okay.
Treatz up there as well.
BrokenBlade and Flakked need to step up.
Come on, guys. 2 whole wards behind. It's disgusting. Let's quickly check. Targamas, no, neither of them are running zombie ward either, so... Wait, is Caps running zombie ward?
No, he's not.
That's zombie... Sertuss is.
Sertuss.
Sertuss is running one. Where is he? Where's Sertuss on the list?
With zombie ward?
Only 40?
That's disappointing. Boo. Boo. Need more vision score with that rune. There's the Baron. They're just gonna have to, as a wise man once said, run it down mid and end the game. Lots of super creeps, big Baron buff. Oh.
Oh.
He missed the ward, but what about the blue trinket?
G2 pushing in the mid lane here. Should be a pretty... Oh, Trevor's bringing it up again. The result of the game matters less than the fact that Targamas has 16 more vision score. BrokenBlade.
Oh, he overtakes Caps! They're tied!
Who's going to win it? BrokenBlade or Caps?
Is there going to be
Any wards? Any wards? Treatz puts him down.
Treatz has three in his inventory. It's between Caps and BrokenBlade right now.
Nexus the target.
Neck and neck. They need one
Wherever
more
the ward.
reach.
Treatz going in. Place a ward. Treatz place a ward. The engage doesn't matter. Flakked on a killing spree now. No wards have gone down. And that's it. G2 cleaning out. Flakked gets a couple more to add to his
Buy a pink!
collection.
Put a pink down!
Genex escapes. Oh, Caps!
Caps, where the hell did Caps come from? Let him die! Let him die!
He does die. Caps actually, without a kill that game, but G2 in the end win it and claim top spot in the LEC regular season. Congratulations to them, of course.
Locked in first.
Locked in first.
In regular season and playoffs. Well, not playoffs, not in first playoffs yet. They got a couple of weeks to play, but first seed.
First seed.
That was a fun game.
It was a fun game. SK, obviously, commiserations to them, 8th place. I think there were a few times across the split where they had some strong signs of life, and a few times when they struggled a little bit. And that happens often with teams.
A lot to reflect on. Final game of the year for SK as well.
Oh.
We will see them next year, I presume. And it's for G2 a week break, scrims, I presume, and then they'll be coming back for playoffs round 1 in 2 weeks from now.
Of course, we'll have their pick of the 3rd and 4th place teams. At the moment, we don't know who that is. Mad Lions may be among them. Probably will be, actually, because Rogue are likely to take 2nd seed.
Ooh, yeah. Who do they pick? Mad or...
Could be Misfits. Could be Fnatic, depending on seeding.
Fnatic.
Vitality, I think, are unlikely to make it into that top 4, but we'll find out. Key player of the game votes at LEC on Twitter. BrokenBlade, Jankos, and Flakked are your options.
This sign right there, that's the best sign in the studio. Do we have a single for that sign?
You're such a sellout, man. You are such a... Can we borrow the sign for a second? Thank you. This is the... Okay, if we cut to us in a second, this is the sign that Caedrel was so enthused about.
Whoever made this sign, what a wonderful sign. That's the best sign. My mic cut out.
Any poggos?
Does my mic work?
I can hear you still.
Oh, God.
Any poggos in the chat? This is a poggo.
See, I would call myself a sellout if I was doing it myself, but he's doing it for me, so I feel...
I'm not doing it for you.
I do not feel guilty whatsoever.
You just wait. I'm going to cheer so many times in your mention. It's going to be awful for you. Anyway, those are your key player of the game votes. BrokenBlade, Jankos, and Flakked. Obviously, all of them had good performances. I can see Jankos standing by. He doesn't know he's now called Cool Man.
It's his new title. You're a superhero now.
You're called cool Man now. Okay, so we're going to hand it over to Cool Man and to Quickshot, who's standing by.
Thank you so much, American Caedrel. Thank you, Berlin. Jankos, to try to explain why you are now called Cool Man, that game was... let's say slow in the early to mid game. The viewers and the fans here were cheering for ward kills. Do we like ward kills here, Berlin? Okay. There were so many wards killed and highlighted on broadcast. I actually have a tweet that I want to bring up from SK. They said, whoever clears more wards wins. We can't count it. So, Jankos, if we go back and count all the ward kills, do you still think G2 will win?
If we had a zombie ward, which I think we did,
yes,
they win. And I think Lissandra, wait.
Can you see those numbers with me, by the way? Apparently, by the way, G2 killed 91 wards. That's place 91. SK placed 121 wards. Anyways.
Zox!
So let's dial it back a little bit more seriously. A little bit of a fun game to end out the season. No matter what happens, you are the first seed going into playoffs. I know the entire organization, players, teams very happy to not only make it to playoffs, but also make it to Worlds no matter what happens. How are you feeling right now, Jankos?
I mean, it's nice. The thing is, if we made it to Messiah and we won Spring Split, so not making it to Worlds would be like the biggest downfall ever. So I think we kind of expect ourselves to go to Worlds. 4th seed helps though, because that makes us not having to win any BO5s, right? That being said, we will just win anyway.
I mean, that's the plan, right? G2 fans here in the audience. Jankos, can I ask you to step back in time a little bit? Because I have a particularly fond memory of shoutcasting Jankos in Madison Square Garden in 2015 World Semifinals. The series I'd like to forget, but the memory of being there with you was very special. What do you think your chances are when you look ahead, knowing that's in Mexico, going to New York as well? How are you feeling when you look ahead to Worlds, going back to America, going back to compete on international soil there?
I mean, if there's any reason to go to play in NA, it's for Worlds, you know. There's no other reason. You never. There's no other reason. You, like...
Jankos, I love you so much, by the way. You're one of my favorite players to interview. I want to get a spicy take from you now, okay? Vitality versus Rogue, Fnatic versus Misfits, and XL sitting in the backstage hoping and praying that Fnatic or Vitality shit the bed, right? Which of the 3 teams competing, which 2 make it to playoffs?
Actually, to be honest, it's very heartbreaking for me because Wunder, Perks, and Mickey, all in different teams. And I really wish that I could smash them myself. So it's a big shame that one of them will not make it to playoffs, right? I cannot choose, I'm sorry.
You have to. Berlin, does he have to pick? Yes. You have to pick. XL, Fnatic, or Vitality. Which one does not make it?
Okay, so I would say that currently looking at the standings, I would say Vitality, Fnatic will make playoffs.
Well, there we go. That means XL don't make it. Jankos, my man, thank you so much. Berlin,
thank you.
Please put your hands together for the cool man. We're heading to a break. When we come back, Vitality take on Rogue.